Hello, hello, hello. Hello, people, ladies. Hey, it's Julie Scott coming in here, au naturel, on a Sunday to share some share some wisdom with you that I read about. And I read about this a long time ago and I just remembered it the other day and I was talking to somebody about it and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a live around this. What I'm going to talk about today is it's something I read in Dr. Christiane Northrup's book, the wisdom. This is a big book, The Wisdom of Menopause. I also read her other book called Goddesses Never Age, and I have them both out because I was like, where did I read this? Anyways, what I'm going to share with you, I read from her books here, and I'm going to share a little bit from this. When we're little girls, when we're born as female, okay, and we're little girls, we are in our normal, natural state. Hey, Latasha. We are in our normal, natural state for our bodies, okay? And when we get our period and then we can start having children, we go into an abnormal state for our bodies. Okay. And I don't know if you've ever been told this, but I think this is important information to understand as women over 50. What's going on with your body? Because I'm sure we've all had our share. I love you too, Latasha. Um, I'm sure everyone in this group has had their share of things come up with their body after menopause. God knows I did. Um, but I read from her book that when we go into childbearing years and our bodies do all those drastic changes of hormones, preparing us to be able to make a person, basically, okay, um, we also, with those hormonal changes, we take on the strong nurturing instinct, the self sacrifice instinct, just like an animal in nature that would kill for its young. We are a part of nature, and women become wired to be selfless during our childbearing years. And it makes sense. That's how we propagate the population, right? If we didn't fall in love with our baby, you know, so we wouldn't have grown as a human as human beings on this planet. We wouldn't have grown to the population that we are. We are hardwired in those years to nurture, self-sacrifice, take care of the young, kill for the young, die for the young, right? But what happens is as we get older and we go into perimenopause. In fact, I want to share a little bit from her book just so that you know I'm not making this up because she is like a wheel in. She's been a you probably heard of her, Dr. Christiane Northrup. She's been a gynecologist for years. She's written like, I don't know, 12 books. She's awesome. She says a woman's biology encourages her involvement with her family at the expense of other interests during the childbearing phase of her life. This can lead to an incredible surge of pent up resentment when the hormonal veil lifts and a woman suddenly sees with clarity what has happened in her life. Okay. Let me share another thing. And she talks about menopause as a rescue to the woman because you're returning back to your normal, natural state after you go through menopause. So, this is good news. She says it may not feel like a rescue at the time, but the clarity of vision and increasing intolerance for injustice, inequity, and lack of fulfillment that accompany the perimenopausal and menopausal changes are a gift. Our hormones are giving us an opportunity to see, once and for all, what we need to change in order to live honestly, fully, joyfully, and healthfully in the second half of our lives. This is the time when many women stop doing what she calls stuffing, and I call it that too, stuffing or stifling their own emotions and needs in order to tend to everyone else's. And what else did she say that I want to say? But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you because that's just as information. It's like that's why we feel the way that we feel. That's why our identities of being moms no longer feel like they fit, right? It's like we want to be moms, but we also have this desire for something more. And that's because you've returned to your natural state. Now it's time for you to turn the attention back to yourself. You've done the child rearing, the child raising. And it's not to say that you stop being a mom. Of course, you're always a mom if you're a mom. But it's it's why you feel the way that you feel now, wanting something different for yourself in life. So I shared this, like I said, with another gal over the phone the other day, and she was like, "Oh my God, I never heard that." And I thought, I need to share that because it's probably not something that any of you have heard, or maybe you did. If you did, then good for you. But I thought that was profound to recognize that we have returned to our normal state, right? The state of wanting to take care of ourselves, the state of wanting to be creative and spontaneous and do things that light us up, that are fulfilling, that give meaning and purpose to our lives, right? I mean, no wonder we feel like we do. So, and also, I just want to wrap this really short live up with saying that women over 50, we represent like the majority of the population, especially in the United States. And we are a force, okay, with our money, our decisions that we make. So don't ever think that you no longer have value now that you can't make babies or that you're not, 25, 30 years old anymore. You are more powerful now than you have ever been. And I want you all to just wake up to that knowing. So, anyhow, and of course, if you talk with me long enough, I'm going to talk about how you want to go within to connect with a deep sense of knowing so that you will know this at a core level, all the things that I'm talking about, and get excited about life again. So, anyhow, I just wanted to share that with you with my dirty hair and my workout outfit. And I'm going to go jump in the pool now because it's like 112 here in Palm Springs, Palm Desert, wherever I am. 100, actually 104. I lied. 100, it's only 104. So, anyhow, I hope you all are having a great Sunday, and I hope you got some value out of this little tidbit of a live that I wanted to share with you today. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your weekend, and if you're a Canadian, happy Canada Day tomorrow. I know July 1st is the holiday in Canada, so that's all for now. If you have any questions or comments, I always love to hear from you, and I wouldn't mind having a conversation around this topic a little bit. Even though I know we don't really talk about menopause in this group, I know that that's something that's a relevant subject to most of the women in here. And this is just a little bit of information around why you feel the way you feel after you go through menopause. So there you go. Hope it was helpful. Much love to all of you. Take care.